Hello all you beautiful people, my name is Zach Dowdy. Today we're talking about 5 different tips for skateboarding alone. I've been doing it quite a bit lately because I'm working on a video part, so today's gonna be a little bit of a raw video breaking down some tips for skating alone as I work on said video part. We're at the first spot, let's get warmed up. Something that I think is important to also mention is that skateboarding alone isn't something you have to do. You can go to a skate park if you don't want to skate alone, but if you do, these tips will help you. And the first one I have is finding skate spots that you will enjoy or that you're motivated by and inspired by to get out and ride your skateboard. So I like screenshot people's Instagrams, YouTube, whatever it is. I'm always just like making an archive of spots that I want to skate. If I don't know where they are, I'll do some recon and finding them. I'll put a link up above on how to find skate spots. But my point being is finding spots and obstacles that motivate you to get out there. Lately, I've been trying to skate a lot of different DIY, ditches, different things for the video park because I just don't want it all to be at skate parks. So there's definitely something that is inspiring me to go skate alone. Let's try to get a couple tricks on this warm up. I don't know, it's pretty gnarly. It's like literally all vert. Looks like actually it was 2 bags of concrete that they made this DIY spot with. I'm not sure who made this, but super rad spot. Hopefully I can get like a pivot on it or something and then try a little bit of a harder trick. So let's get warmed up by probably some kick turns, to be honest. All right, so didn't really go as planned, at least the 5.0. It took a little bit more than I thought it was gonna take. The ground right here is like really brutal too. It's like that super, I guess, rocky ground. Like the rocks are so exposed. So every time you fall, like my hands, like one fall, my elbow, one fall into this stuff and like starts to tear you apart. I hate that, but I did want to try to get one trick for the video part here. So I'll give that a couple tries and then we'll get into the next steps. Second tip for skating alone is setting a time boundary. So what I mean by that is say, hey, I'm gonna go skate for this amount of time and then only skate for that amount of time. And the point being is that sometimes you avoid that long warm-up period, which sometimes can actually be counterproductive. So like taking a long time to warm up, you eventually are actually over-exaggerating yourself, and it's like, I guess, more negative than positive in your skating. So setting a boundary will also allow you to skate at your best. So like right now I've been skating alone, trying to film a trick and trying to get that switch rock and roll board slide, didn't get it. I told myself 5 more tries and I stuck to 5 more tries. I didn't go beyond that. After 5 tries, I'm like, all right, I gotta move on in order to like enjoy yourself. I think that's part of why I set that boundary as well, is because if you just go and give yourself limitless time to try something, sometimes that it's just not good for you. It's like negative. You go into a spiral. So it's like allowing yourself a certain amount of time before you even start trying to skate kind of creates some guidelines, some boundaries, and it'll like be a healthy way to get you motivated. Be like, all right, I'm just gonna go for an hour today. So yeah, I gave it 5 tries, didn't get it. Might have to come back for that trick. We are at the second spot for today, and on what I believe the spot is to be, rumor has it, is that a skateboarder works for the city, and when they were building this ditch, they decided to put like 3 skate spots in here, or there's like 2 legit skate spots in here. There's this thing, it's like basically a skate spot, I'll show you in a second, and then like a gnarly bank to ledge type of thing. And I haven't been here yet, but I'd be super hyped to try to get a trick here for the video part. The third tip I have for skateboarding alone is listening to music as you warm up or just as you skate in general. And that can sound like kind of narcissistic or maybe sort of lonely or weird, I don't know. But yesterday I did that for the first time in quite a long time. Like I really had to like throw myself out there to try to film a clip, and then I put some music on and I really got in the mode. And having your friends around hyping you up is really good, but when you don't have that and you're skating alone, music can kind of do that as well. And sometimes you can take the music out once you're warmed up and you're feeling good, or you just leave it in there. Yesterday I skated quite a long time with music, headphones on, and it rolled. But yeah, check out this thing. I haven't been here yet. This is insane. Apparently nobody's grinded over this, or I haven't seen anybody grind over it, but I think it's totally doable. I mean, it's really gnarly, but totally doable. And then there's that behind me, the ledge. This place is insane. So I'm gonna try to figure out if I can get a clip here, or at least just like skate around, because it is an epic spot. This is definitely one of those spots that is a lot harder in person than it looks in video and photo. You're probably thinking like, why isn't he getting clips? I'm struggling right now just to get speed. I've tried so many different ways of getting into the ditch and trying to get speed to this bank. The main thing I'm trying to skate, I do want to skate this thing behind me, but what I'm realizing is I need some wood. Almost everyone that I've seen get a clip here or skate here has wood at the top to kind of push on and then roll in, because the hard part is like I'm throwing down at the top, and then the bottom of the bank is so kinked that like I have to set up for the kink, so I have no time to really set up for my trick. It's kind of just like a lot of footwork going on right now. I do think there's one more spot that I want to check out nearby though. Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Thanks to all you subscribers that are already subscribed. What I should do on this spot, what trick should I do? Because I have an idea, but I don't want to call it out because I don't want to like not get it and then, you know, set that groundwork. I'm gonna come back with some wood and try to get some speed. But the fourth tip that I have for skating alone that I think has helped me, that I've realized recently, is setting up projects and goals. So for me, I'm working on a video part right now that I want to film all myself, and I almost have like 2 months basically to film it all, maybe 3 months, but I've only got like 25%. I only have 1 month left. So the point being, it's like kind of motivating me to get out and film and get some stuff done. So like, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, even if you don't have anything, it's just setting up little micro projects or even goals, something to kind of like drive your motivation. So for me, it's a project. For you, it might be a goal of like, hey, at this point, I want to, you know, be able to do this many tricks, or I want to do this line, like have a certain line that you want to get. Maybe that could be helpful. Like you have 4 tricks that you're working on, maybe at some point connecting all the tricks into a line. So just setting up those little micro goals and projects for me has really driven motivation for me to go out and skate alone. I have one more tip for skating alone for you guys, but let's go check out this other spot, or try to find this other spot that I think is right nearby. So I think the spot is on this bike path. I haven't been there, but I have a good idea. It looks just like this. What's crazy is they knobbed this rail behind me. They knobbed it. This bike path goes on for like a mile. Hard-earned tax dollars going to work, but I think we're upon the spot that I wanted to check out. And there she blows. We found it. It's pretty dope, especially if you're goofy-footed. I don't know if I got anything for this, but I definitely wanted to check it out because we're in the zone. Maybe a wally over it. I don't know. Pretty cool spot though. It's new. It's fresh. That's for sure. Back to what I was saying earlier, you've got to set those healthy boundaries. So right now, I know my body is maxed out. I've given it everything that I possibly can today, in a good term. Like basically, I mean, my super power has gone up and now it's starting to go down. So I got to accept it. That's part of having a healthy boundary, and I got to call it essentially. So the fifth and final tip for skateboarding alone, I will say, is identifying your motivators and leveraging them. So like, I know it sounds pretty like self-explanatory, sort of goes into everything else that I said, but like knowing what works for you and then utilizing what works for you and identifying that. So music might not work for you, but if music does work, make sure to make a super rad curated playlist. So every time you go out, you got like some tunes that hype you up, or whatever it is. Like watching a skate video before you skate, maybe that hypes you up. Watch my YouTube videos before you skate, maybe that hypes you up. Like whatever those little things are that help you to get motivated to go out and skate, leverage them and identify them and try to like build upon them, because then you'll have more reason to go skate and you'll enjoy yourself, as well as just not having as many expectations and just truly enjoying yourself while you're skateboarding and having that time together. All right, appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this little vlog video behind the scenes of trying to film a video part. I got no clips today, but at least I got this little video. So see you guys in the next one. Mash. You gotta love when people are trying to do DIY skate spots and they kind of make it harder to skate. Like this definitely is more difficult to skate than just skating it without that little bump on the bottom. But you gotta appreciate people putting in the effort. It doesn't always turn out the way that they want it to, but you know, it's the effort that counts.